Welcome, Todd.
How's everybody doing today? That was weak, and we're not starting to get a lot of energy. Everybody stand up for me real quick. Everybody stand up. Come on. Let's go. Everybody stand up. How many people love motivational speakers? Raise your hand. I'll wait. 4 of you love that. Okay. All right. We're going to try to change that today. Raise your hand if you don't like motivational speakers. It's okay. Here's the truth, guys. Motivational speakers, I didn't like any of them. And before I got into this business, I realized that there was less authenticity from people who preached authenticity from people on stage than there were in the real world. You guys are the real people. So when I say, are you ready to have a fantastic day? I want you guys to scream, hell yes, as loud as you can and go nuts for at least 3 seconds, or I'm just going to make you stand all day. Are you guys ready to have a good day? All right, sit down, guys. Let's go. Sit down. Give yourself a round of applause. First and foremost, a lot of speakers don't do this. I always do. I'm a faith-driven human being. I'm not sure if that's your thing or not, but I always want to thank God for everything that we have in life, but I also want to thank the people that put this event on. So I want to give John, obviously Carrie, Erica, Linda, the entire staff, anybody I miss, give them a huge round of applause for this event, please. Thank you so much. That was a much bigger clap than me. Is that because they pay you or what? I don't know. And then all of the event staff here at the Bornman, please, because it takes a lot to put something like this together, so please give them another huge round of applause. Thank you, guys. I want you guys today just to be open-minded. How many people want some fluff like BS bullshit speech? Raise your hand. I'll wait. Nobody? Okay. How many people want the real stuff? I can be real today, or we can fluff shit up. But if you want me to be real, I need you to be real. Since we have time, let me ask you guys a question. What were some of the words that you heard out of the video that Erica created that resonated with you? Because I heard a lot of them. Scream them out. Yes, sir. Pride. Okay. Pride's a good thing and bad thing. Sometimes pride can get in the way of growth, and sometimes pride can be a catapulter. Because if you take pride in what you do, and you do everything you say you're going to do, and you stand by your word, that's a massive win. But if you let pride get in the way, because I've never been in the electrical business and I come up to John and my pride gets in the way of him giving me the knowledge and education to move forward, how can I win? What are some other words that you guys heard? Time, what was that one? Legacy. Love legacy. I heard you guys also said in the same tone there. Legacy and what? Family. I heard cousins, uncles, brothers, and friends were I think the exact words they used. How many people are family in here? Raise your hand. Guess what? Should be everybody. Some of you didn't raise your hand, but I'm guessing that the reason why I sat next to Miss Carrie and she said, I'm probably going to cry watching this video is because they care about family. They want you guys to win at a high level. What are some other words that you guys heard? Generational. What's another word that you heard? Hard work. 2 words. Love that, Erica. Listen, we're here to talk a little shit too, right? All right. What's another word? Growth. Love that. What else? Yes, sir. Success. Team. Opportunity. Dedication. So let me ask you guys a question. What stops you from being a part of this team, becoming family, having the growth you want in your life? Because one word that you haven't said yet that I've heard, they said partner. I want you guys to think about that for a minute. I speak for companies across the globe, right? And I'm telling you this, I just spoke for a big contracting company. They kept saying, this person works for me, this person works for me, this person works for me. And when I go out and train companies and talk about leadership development, we talk about working with people, not for them. See, here's the thing. You don't work for John. You work with him. So what would stop you from wanting to become the best versions of yourself in an environment like this? Somebody tell me, what stops you? Yourself? Okay, get a little bit more detailed. What about yourself that stops you? Fear, okay, ego, but let's get deeper. Discipline, okay, love that. Fear, ego, discipline. How many people have a story in here? You've gone through some hard shit in your life. Raise your hand if you have a story. Do you have a story? Yes, sir, you. Yeah, you. Yeah. In your life. Pretty rough one? Gone through some shit? Okay, does your story stop you? One question, 5 words to start today. Would you bet on yourself? Yes. Hang on a second. I'm going to ask that question again because we're Black Hawk Electric. Would you bet on yourself? Yes. All these things sound great because when you're in a room full of your peers, it's easy to say, I would bet on myself. Because it's considered a luxury for someone to choose me that's never met me. To say, I'm going to do everything, but then I have to prove that. Because if I don't do what I'm supposed to do today, guess who's not going to be asked to come back? Me. But isn't that what we do every single day? You get up, you put a Black Hawk Electric shirt on, you go out into the field, you speak to contractors, and then you get up the next day, and sometimes we let our story stop us. I've gone through heartache too. I've lost loved ones. I was scrounging change out of a trash can years ago. I don't have a college degree. I barely graduated high school. The fake smiles, the brutal honesty. What stops you? Your parents? How many people have a great relationship with their parents? Raise your hand. Now put your hands down. How many people have a bad relationship with your parents? Raise your hand. Is that a part of your story? Is it? It is. There is no trick question here. But the problem is, we as human beings, we get up every single day, and sometimes we're not grateful. See, I was the tough guy doing steroids, punching people downtown. I thought I was cool, drinking, never did drugs, thank God. But I have friends that did, and it defined their life because they were talking about addiction. Well, addiction it's not just drugs or drinking. Addiction is your mindset. You can be addicted to complacency, or you can set yourself up to win. But see, here's the thing. At my lowest, and I hate even telling the story because I get emotional every single time. I remember a day, this is a very, very personal story, where I was running illegal card games for 12 years of my life. I was making probably about $10,000 cash a week. And I thought I was so rich. It's like making a $650,000 a year job after taxes, right? I was buying Range Rovers cash, putting the speakers and TVs. Man, I thought I was so cool, dude. Oh my God. I go downtown after being a horrible first husband to my high school sweetheart. We split up. I filed bankruptcy in 1998. I've had 3 cars repossessed. I barely graduated high school. My credit score was a 511. Might be high for some of you. Don't bullshit me. We've all been there. On social media. If I gave you my social media handle right now, you guys could look at my social media and be like, man, this guy's got 80,000 followers. Guess what? 22,000 of those, fake as shit. I bought them. When Instagram opened up, I said, man, maybe I need to look the part. So I bought 22,000 followers. And Instagram figures that shit out, by the way, and they start deleting them because they're smart. And you go, man, this guy's got it together. Or he drives a white Bentley, and he's got $1 million home, and he's got a beautiful wife and 3 daughters. This guy's got the life. It's the highlight reel. Social media isn't the truth. How many people posted on social media that I filed bankruptcy last year? I've been married 27 years. You guys give me a round of applause for that. Thank you very much. 3 wives, but whatever. It's 27 years. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just kidding. 2 wives. I'm just kidding. 2 wives, still with the second one for 15 years. I always like to say that because it doesn't matter. But here's the thing, right? We can have some humor. We can have some fun. But if you're looking at the screen right now, someone said your story doesn't stop you. But when we're in an environment like this, guess what happens? I say, is there anything that would stop you from winning, ma'am? If you don't mind me asking, yes, ma'am, you. Anything that would stop you from winning? At all? Your children would stop you from winning? No, it's okay. What do you mean by that? Past history, time. Do you feel comfortable sharing a portion of that or no? What about your past history would stop you?
Just my addiction.
Are you currently clean?
Oh, yeah.
Round of applause for that. That's huge. Bigger, let's go. I just spoke at an event. I'm a faith-driven leader, but I'll tell you this. I deal with people that have beat addictions like this, that are bettering their lives, and just the fact that you get up every day, ma'am, is an absolute win. Congratulations for that. That being said, the first thing that we do when I say, can your story stop you? Some of you are like, hell no. I think you said that. My story ain't gonna stop me, right? Let me ask you a question. You guys have this training program like WECA. Have you finished all of it? When did you start it? Should it be done? Keeps going? Okay. Is there certain modules and stuff that you completed on time? Yeah. Huge round of applause for this guy. Who wants to be honest and raise your hand and say, I should have started it already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep raising your hand. I should have started WCA already. Raise your hand and tell me why you shouldn't have. You guys don't think I knew about this shit, but they gave me some education. They're like, how's this guy know about the EVCA? Man, he ain't no electrical guy. Consulting firm. When I was running illegal card games 10 years ago, to get back to my story, I would literally sleep, drink, and be depressed all day long. Anybody remember MySpace? Bro. If you went to my MySpace, you listen to my story, you'd be like, this guy's the softest human being on the planet. I had the most depressing song. I would literally sleep 12 hours a day and cry the other 12 because I was robbed at gunpoint 3 times. When I ran an illegal card game, if you've ever seen a movie called Molly's Game, I was like a smaller version of Molly's Game. I would have armed security. My dad, God rest his soul, passed away 8 years ago, but he used to cater the food for my card games for many years. And he would bring it in, and we'd have armed security guards. And my dad was an old school Italian guy from Caltanissetta, Sicily. And he'd walk in, drop the food off. We had waitresses. It was a very classy environment. First time get robbed. I was doing steroids. I was twice the size that I am now, probably 40 pounds heavier and actually in shape. I would drink steroids, get angry, punch someone. That was the story of my life. Anger. Guy comes up to me, puts a gun next to my head, literally pistol cold, and says, if you move, Todd, you're dying tonight. I'm pistol whooping you. Everybody on the floor. It's a home game. Game stop. It's my only form of income. There's this thing called credit in poker, where if John came to my card game, he said, hey, Todd, I got $2,000 cash. I'm going to buy in. John would lose. All of a sudden, John says, hey, Todd, I'm out of $2,000. Can you give me $5,000 until next week? I say, sure, John, no problem. You own an electrical company. I'm sure you have plenty of money. All right. So, and then I give John the $5,000, and that's called on the book. Some of you gamble. Some of you might know what I'm talking about, right? I give him $5,000 on the book, right? He's like, okay, no problem. The minute I got robbed at gunpoint, I was making $10,000 a week. I was horrible with my money, buying everything cash. And then all of a sudden, guess what? I'm broke because I don't know how to control my spending habit because I think the money's coming in, right? Some of you are at an point in your life right now where you're complacent because you're like, man, I got enough money to live comfortably. See, I was wrong because it can be taken away like this. One gunpoint, one robbery, I lost it all. The same people that I used to lend $5,000 to wouldn't lend me $100. Hey, John, listen, I know that I don't have a card game right now. I know that you know that's my only form of income, but if you don't mind, man, I just need like $300, man. I'm broke right now. I got 2 daughters. God, I get emotional talking about this. I got like 2 daughters that, I just got to be able to buy them stuff. And John said, no. These are people that I thought were my friends, people that I thought were my family. I'd see them 4 nights a week. And they screwed me. They weren't there for me. So the question is do we let our story stop you? The truth to me was we shouldn't, but most of us do. Whether it's addiction, whether it's parents, whether it's ego, because you're in a room, it's easy to say right now. John's here. Hey, yeah, nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to win. John's here and you wanted me to hear your voice. Who said that? Todd, good for you, Todd, let's go. That is ego. Now, there's good ego and bad ego, but the thing is that most of you guys want to put yourselves in a position to win, but you're not doing what it takes to win. Because when you start making some money, you believe you're comfortable, complacent, and then the story stops you. Your story doesn't have to stop you. It's got to motivate you. And I'll tell you guys this right now. The definition of accountability, just so you guys know, is accepting that it's your fault. When it is your fault, and you can accept that it's your fault, it's not your story, it's not your parents, it's not the person trying to give you more drugs. It's not the person selling you on the fact that you feel like you can win. It's nobody's fault but your own. My definition is simple. It's my fault and actually own it. Look it up in Webster Dictionary. I don't care about all the fancy words. Sometimes people use big words. I don't even understand what they are because I barely graduated high school. But a lot of us in this room right now, you're looking at me like, I don't know this guy. Should I trust him? You don't have to trust me. You have to trust you. And some of you aren't. So my question is this. Knowing that you have the ability to win, that there's nothing stopping you, that it's all your fault. Let me ask guys a question. If you needed to make $5,000 tomorrow, could you? Yes or no? Some people, yes or no. It's okay. It's not a trick question. Could you? Yes or no? Could you make $5,000 tomorrow, sir? You couldn't? Okay. Could you make $5,000, sir? Hat backwards? Tomorrow. Fair. Cowboy hat. Could you make $5,000, sir? Today. Let me ask you this. Take the illegally off the table. Legally, if your family, your children were going to be evicted on the street tomorrow with no food, and they said, I'm not going to feed your kids for a month unless you figure out a way to make $5,000 today, would you make $5,000? Let me ask the question again. I want everybody's answer on the count of 3. If your family was suffering, your kids were going to be evicted, it was guaranteed they weren't going to be able to eat for a month, possibly die. Could you make $5,000 today, yes or no? When the value's high enough, guess who starts bringing the energy? The risk is worth the reward. You might go to John and say, John, I'll do whatever it takes. I got to make $5K today. Let me figure it out. But see, some of you, every single day, you wake up, you have an hourly wage. You ask yourselves how I can get better. 4 of you raised your hand with a WECA education. It should be all of you. I don't know the business. Maybe it isn't. But if you all have an opportunity to educate yourselves, which equals more money, then my question is, why aren't you doing it? It's mindset. It's easy to say in front of everybody here, I'm going to be great. But the problem is, the value isn't high enough. If John were to say right now, I will pay you $5,000 right now for everybody to start the educational training today, how many people would do it? Raise your hand. Don't lie to me. Oh, everybody. It's weird. All right. The question is that why does it take $5,000? I'm guessing that you can make way more money than $5,000 if you got educated to do WECA. Is that correct?
And
Go, please.
and it's half off. Like we're to take.
Oh, you pay half.
Half? Black Hawk pays half of their education.
So wait a second. So it's, I'm going to leave and come back again. Let's be real, okay? Here's the thing about when I speak. I like getting audience engagement, number one. I like kind of going off the cuff, and I only prepare with slides because my team forces me to. But I want to be very real here. I just asked everybody in this room, and literally 99% of you raised your hand and said, if John paid you, is he not basically paying you by saying it's half off? Is he not giving you the ability to better your life when all of you said all you have to do? Do you guys get where I'm going here? Here's the truth. You're lying to yourselves. Some of you are full of shit, and you're letting your ego and pride stop you because it's $5,000 that we're handing you. Remember when I asked if you wanted the real or you wanted the raw, right? I can fluff this shit up, or I can be very real with you. Some of you have an opportunity right now to better your life for half the price that it normally costs. So if I could show you a way to spend half the money for a program that could change your life forever, would you be interested? Some of you guys, 30% of the people in this room, it happens every single time, they're going to think I'm full of shit. The other 70 are going to start following me, asking me some questions, and they're going to better their lives. The 30% that do this, you guys are going to be the ones that stop yourself from winning if you admit to yourself that you have areas to grow, that there's areas to fix, that there's more that you could be doing, and you could achieve huge goals. We could do this. All of us could. But the problem is that we don't. See, we let our story stop you. Do you have a story, sir? Right there? Yes, sir. You, with your hands together. Do you have a story, personal story? You do? Well, can you tell me a little bit about your personal story? There's something of struggle?
Grew up with my grandma.
Okay.
Pretty much no parents now.
Okay. In contact with your parents at all now or no?
Yeah, I have
Well, how was that when you first met your parent or first got to spend more time with your parents, if you don't mind me asking, sir?
it was pretty good because I forgave them and everything. So
Round of applause for forgiveness, please. Could you let your story hold you back when you see, and I don't know the whole story, sir, but I'm guessing there was several years where the parents weren't around, is that right? And your grandmother stepped in, God bless her, number one. But you changed your life due to a fact that you had someone to support you, and had your grandmother not been there, you could have been in foster care, correct? Is there positive in that?
yeah, I would say so.
I think there's a lot of positive in it. See, the problem is that this young man, your name, sir?
Gabriel.
Gabriel could have said, my story is very difficult. I don't have parents. And Gabriel could be sitting in his house playing video games, depressed like I was, when I was running illegal card games and lost everything. He could be doing that, but where's Gabriel? He's here. He gets up every day. He finds the positive. That's how your story can help you. But see, some of us take our story and say, bro, you've never gone through what I've gone through. You don't know what my life is. Because I don't know that. My mom and dad were around, but guess what? My mother was sleeping and throwing up from having breast cancer. The doctor said that if the cancer doesn't kill her, the chemo and radiation will. This is 35 years old. That's how aggressive the breast cancer was. My mother beat cancer. She's still here, 84 years old. Give her a round of applause, please. But my question to you guys is this. Could I use that story when I was younger? Because I had to be the man of the house. My dad was on antidepressants his entire life. He's the most loving man on the planet. He was horrible with finance. It wasn't a good story financially. So I had this little change. Anybody have a change jar where you just drop loose change in it, right? Guess what? There was this like little trash can full of change. And I remember every time my kids would come over, because I was a drunk on steroids and a complete piece of shit, and I couldn't even afford gas when I got robbed to drive from downtown Orlando 25 minutes north to pick up my kids when it was my time. And then I got my car repossessed, so I couldn't even go get them. So I'd ask my mom and dad to help. I asked to have my brother to help. And they would come in and they would just bring my kids to me. And I remember one day they brought my kids over. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. There was like an unbelievable, beautiful day. I'm sitting in the house wasted from the night before. Bottle of vodka on my nightstand, completely gone. My kids come over. My daughter Avery, God, dude. My daughter Avery, who's 27 years old right now. She's been through everything with me. Comes over. She's old enough to know what's going on. Her younger sister's 5 years younger than her. She was like a mom. She had to step up, right? And you walked in my room and they're shaking me. Daddy, get up, Daddy. We came over. It's good to see you, Daddy. Like, Daddy, we need to see you. Come on, Daddy, let's get up and play. Okay. I'll get up in a minute. Avery. I go back to sleep. Thank God my roommate was there. I'll never, ever forget this. And I'll give him this praise for the rest of his life on every stage that I speak. But I wake up 7 hours later. I only had my kids for the day. I walk in the kitchen. I was renting a small room because I was broke at the time, living with this guy named Alex. Alex comes in. He says, hey, bro, you got to at least kiss your kids goodbye. I took them to McDonald's. We got some food. I bought them some sand. There's sand all over the floor. Get your ass up, clean the floor up, and give your kids a kiss goodbye. I'm like, wake up in tears. And I literally kissed them goodbye. I saw them for like 3 minutes. And I remember on my hands and knees on the floor, wiping up the sand, because at least I had a roommate that was, capable enough and decent enough of a human being to take care of my children when I was such a piece of shit. And he was all cleaning up. I'm thinking, why me, God? Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, why? What did I do so bad? Yeah, I run illegal car games. I get it. Way you live. What did I do that's so bad? And it was the woe is me that every single one of us have probably done in this room. We always make excuses sometimes of why we can't win. And as cliche as this sounds, I got hammered again that night, like the piece of shit that I was. And then I went back out, running around the house, completely raining out, sat back out on the steps and go, instead of why me, try me. The very next day, I don't know if you guys have this in California, but there's a place called Labor Ready. Labor Ready was where you just go kind of like get odd and ed jobs. Like I was laying bricks. Just making $10,000 a week, got robbed at gunpoint. Now I'm laying bricks. Making $11 an hour. In 4 months, and every time something came at me, everybody in my life, the people I loved most, it's okay, Todd. It's okay you're going through. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. That complacency, all it does is just keeps you still, stagnant. Your family, the people that love you, they want to be nice. They want to be like, it's okay, sir. It's okay, Gabriel. You'll be fine. You'll get through it. You know what I want my family to tell me? Get off your ass, dude. Get up. You have one life to live. You are going to waste your life, or you're going to give everything you have and go out there. And there's a lot of you in this room right now, and you don't have to say it out loud because most of you would lie. You know you're not giving it everything you have. But the question is, who loses if you don't? Who has kids in the room? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you got children. John, who loses if everything shuts down tomorrow? Everything shuts down, you lose everything. Who loses? Everybody in this room? You got kids, sir? No. Who else has kids? Raise your hand if you have kids, sir. Who loses? How do they lose? What happens if you don't make money and you just give up and you never wake up every day, go to work? What happens? Yep. And what else? See, here's the thing, guys. See, the difference between me and other people is I like to be very real. I want to break it down. You know what the cliche answer is? Everybody loses. But what about this? If I don't win, personally, my kids don't have a home, they don't have a father to look up to that's setting the good example. I'm not proving that effort equals reward. I'm showing them that complacency is okay. They don't have someone that can help them financially go to college, maybe buy another car when they're 16 years old with a bow on it in the middle of the driveway. This isn't about materialistic things. It's about proving who you are as a person. So when we talk about losing, we say, everybody, how granular are you getting? But see, some of you don't do that. See, I have a routine every single day when I wake up. I have 10 gratitudes I write down every single day when I wake up, and they're not the same. They will kind of recycle because there are things that I'm obviously grateful for. You could say family and friends and, that I have a job and all that. But what about like the socks on your feet? What about someone who's actually by your side as an accountability partner that's holding you there? They're saying, hey, Todd, listen, you're not doing everything. What about those people? See, 10 things I'm grateful for, because you know what happens in life, guys? Let's be very real. One negative thing happens in your life and you forget about all the good shit. Is that true, yes or no? It is, but it's a mindset thing. The moment I changed from going, hey, God, that negative thing, I know it's a challenge. You're just challenging me, but guess what? I got it. This isn't going to stop me. I write down 3 goals after the 10 gratitudes, and there are 3 attainable goals. I'm going to get in the gym because I was tired of being fat, and said, this is what you're going to do for 45 minutes every day. Write it down, hit the goal, something attainable. Why? Because I want to feel accomplished. I want to get up and walk a mile. That simple of a goal every single day. Because in your mind, you think to yourself, I've accomplished something. Literally, psychologically, you feel like you're moving forward. And then I do 3 gratitude texts to other people. Just random. I go through my phone, I turn it around, I swipe through the contacts, I don't see it, I stop on my finger and I say, hey, I just want to let you know I was thinking about you today. This was a random text message, a random swipe up on my contacts. I happen to stop, and I don't know if you're having the best life or what you're going through, if I haven't talked to you in 10 years or not. I want you to know that there's people out there that actually care about you, and this happened for a reason. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Know that someone loves you, and I know that you can accomplish anything. If you need me, I'm here. Every single day I do this. We all have thousands of contacts in our phone. How many of you would love to get a text message like that when you're at your worst? I know I would. Raise your hand if you would. See, some of us say we don't need it. But see, everybody just raised your hand. How many people love to get a trophy and an award in front of their peers? Recognition, raise your hand. If you're not raising your hand, you are a liar. You want to know why? Because some guys like myself, I thought I was tough back in the day, and I was like, man, I don't need the awards. I want the money. I don't need the recognition, but you do. See, as human beings, recognizing a win in front of your peers, it feels good, dude. It's okay to accept that. You deserve the win. But some of us don't get ourselves the ability to do that. Do you know what truly motivates you? How do you put yourself in a winning mindset and persevere through adversity? What truly motivates you? Sir in the white shirt, what truly motivates you? My wife, okay. Why does that motivate you? Okay, and what are you trying to provide for her? More detailed, sir. What's something that she would love to do she's never done before?
We'll see her grandkids in Tennessee.
And when was the last time, if you don't mind me asking, sir, she did that?
Well, she came to visit 2 years ago.
So it's been 2 years.
So it's been 2 years since she's.
If you could set a goal that could potentially give your wife, the one who motivates you, this is what motivates you, to potentially see her grandkids 2-3 times a year, would you do it?
I would do it, but she's reluctant to, first of all, use some obstacles.
Please.
She doesn't like to try.
Mm-hmm.
And her health is over.
Let's find a solution. Let's bring them to her. If you could do this and bring your grandkids and pay to have this done, how would that make you feel as a man?
Well, good. I don't think they want to move to California.
Not move, but visit. I love you guys. I'm not moving to California. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah.
She's one of those ladies that want to have a bunch of kids. So she's got.
Oh, God. One of those. Sorry, got it. Okay. First of all, just kidding. I thank you for your honesty. Okay, next. Sir, with the hat on right there, what motivates you, sir? Yes, sir. What motivates you? Okay. Why'd you choose yourself? Where are they written down? What are they? Yeah. That's okay. Go ahead. What are they? That's okay to have materialistic goals. What are they? Okay. Where? What does it do for you?
Sets my kid up. It's for her, really. Not for me. I mean, yes, for me, for now, but pass it down to her so she got it.
So let me ask you a question. And again, this is not joking at all. With the training, have you gone through what you've needed to give yourself the ability to rise to a level to make more money, sir? Just being very realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've done all the trainings you need to do. I'm sorry?
I could definitely do more.
If you could do more and you could get to that goal quicker, would you do it?
Yes.
Do you guys get where I'm going here? Listen, I train sales and leadership for a living. Just because I'm good at sales and negotiation and know how to ask leading questions to get the answer that I want doesn't mean it's not real. See, the problem is that we're all salespeople in this room. You sell yourself. My daughter is the best salesperson in the house and she's 10. I'm not kidding. Daddy, can I have a piece of candy? No. Well, why? Because it's going to rot your teeth. Well, why does that happen? Well, because it does this. Well, why? 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 Well, just get the candy. She just keeps asking until someone says yes. That's sales. See, but the problem is that in motivation life, when we talk about perseverance and mindset, guess what we do? We put ourselves in a position to sell ourselves that what we're doing is okay, it's enough. It's comfort, it's complacency. And if you guys look at this and you say, what happens when you win? People talk about obstacles. You know what I do when I start hearing obstacles? Well, it's not as easy as that, Todd. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When you switch your mindset from going, yeah, but there's obstacles, here's the problem, Todd, to going, yeah, I got these obstacles, I need to find solutions. Then everything changes. But see, the problem is that we all say things like we don't have the time. If you have this, you write down exactly what motivates you and get detailed. Not my kids, not my wife. What happens if I win? What happens if I do what I'm supposed to do to take the training, to make myself better? Where does my life become? What does it become? Who can I become? What will it do for my children? And be granular about it. See, here's the thing about sales. When I ask you a question, you kind of look up, left, you say, is buying time. If you know your goals and they're written down, you'll know what's your goal. It's this, bam, done. But when you go, I think I want to, and you did very well, sir, by the way. I want to buy 2 houses. Love that. Where? Why that location? What will it do for your children? What will it do for your family after that? What will it do for generations to come? How can it affect the people that you love most? Do you have family member that you want to have to come over and enjoy that time with you? The answer is, I'm guessing, yes. So who are all these people that gets affected if you actually win? Who wins? But see, I wake up every day and I look at my gratitude list, and I also have 5 excuses that I constantly tell myself to call my own self out on my bullshit, and my partner does the same. Todd, you said you were going to do this 2 days ago. Why didn't you do it? Like communication. How many people have a cell phone in here? Should be everybody, right? How many people are great at answering text messages? Raise your hand. You answer them all the time. I love that 99% of the people in the room said, not me. Guess what? I am a communication freak to the point where it bothers me because where's your phone right now? Where is it at? Oh, it's in your hand? Weird. Okay. Where's your phone? Oh, God, so weird. Oh, look at that right there. Look at that. But it dings. And then you make a deliberate choice to look at the message and you say, should I answer this person or not? Yes or no? Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question. And I don't know the dynamic. It sounds like you guys are all family in here. If John texts you, are you going to answer? Look at everybody's like, oh, shit. What? Yep. Yes, I am. I want a job. Yep. Okay. What if some random number texts you and you don't even know who they are? You're gonna like, yeah, I'll get back to it. What if it was John from a different cell phone? See, me, communication is everything. Like I want to instantly handle things. Where my partner has to be focused on one thing, I feel like I'm a good multitasker. People are different. That's okay. But response time's huge. But see, here's the thing. Response time isn't just your text message, it's your life. When someone calls you out, you have to own it. And you have to respond to it. But if you don't believe in you, then how do you expect anybody else to believe in you? If John led you guys and didn't do what he said he's going to do, would you follow him, yes or no? Would you follow him? Guys, you're full of shit. I don't know, John. He may never hire me again, but you were lying. You would not follow John if he didn't do what he said he was going to do. He didn't pay you on time. Would you follow John if Black Hawk Electrical didn't give you a check every week? But the difference is, all joking aside, mindset, overcoming adversity, these are things that are very serious. But the problem is, most of you guys are going to take everything that I tell you today and you're not going to do shit with it. The statistics are this. Harvard Business did a study that said when you're out speaking and someone that isn't taking notes, they're going to retain about 30% of everything that you've learned today. By the time they leave 4 hours later, they're going to forget 50% of that 30%. 2 days later, you're going to remember 5% of the 15%, and that's going to be wrong. See, we joke about taking notes, and we joke about, listen, you may never see me again, and I hope that you do. But by the time that we're done today, if you guys aren't doing what you need to do to take steps and not like smirking and laughing about it and thinking this is a joke, just actually owning your shit and who you are. I don't care if you're 18 or you're 75 years old. If you are working with a company that actually gives a shit about who you are, you take that seriously. But I want you guys to know that family is not enough. When I asked you guys earlier, I said, hey, what would you do? And you said, my family motivates me, right? You said I could be what? So is family enough? It's so crazy. Family isn't enough, is it? Now that we think about it. My kids, my wife, my grandmother who took me in, Gabriel. Is it enough? Here's the thing. When my dad died, it was through nothing but regret. 3 years, I saw him suffer. I wish he would have passed away instantly. When I go, I want to go quick, dude. But every time he told me, I wish I could have done this, Todd. I wish I could have done this, Todd. I wish I could have done this. But the truth is, how many people in this room want to be the what-if person? See, the thing is, if we're being very real, you want the materialistic, that's awesome. It's okay to drive at materialistic things. It's okay that they drive you. But if they drive you through authenticity and you're actually giving everything that you have, then your life can change at an exponential level. But here's my promise to you, and you need to make this promise to yourself, that when you're laying on your deathbed, you don't say, I wish I would have. Everything that stops us from being that what-if person, like we don't want to be that person, is fear of poverty. How many people can't wait to be mediocre? Raise your hand, I'll wait. Anybody that can't wait to be mediocre? Like you're so excited to wake up and be mediocre. How many people are grateful for every single day that you wake up and you're never late to work? Ever late to work? Don't lie to me. Never late. Raise your hand if you're never late to work. Thank you guys for the honesty. Some of you guys are laughing, but guess what? It's disrespectful as hell. When you are late, it is like punching John and Carrie dead in the face. But you guys think that being on time is some people laughed about it. Why aren't you holding you accountable? It's disrespectful as shit. I showed up to a golf tee time, my wife's father. We were playing golf. I drove to the golf course. I showed up and I was constantly late 16 years ago. Constantly. Still run illegal car games for a living. Pulled up to the golf course. I'm literally 15, 16 minutes late. He looks at me, first time we ever played golf together, I am such an idiot. As soon as I get in the car, as soon as he said, hey son, I was like, oh shit. That's like, hey son, let me tell you something. When the tee time's 7 o'clock, you're here at you're 6:45, 6:40, you want to hit balls, that's great, you need to be here at 6:15. If you ever show up late to anything with our family again, just don't come. Because it's disrespectful. You don't care about my time. You don't care about the people around you. And just because you want to sleep in an extra 10 minutes and you're just going to blame it on the traffic, which everybody can prepare for, that's what I know. It's disrespectful to you, most importantly. But see, everybody here is thinking about your leaders and how disrespectful it is. But you can't change one little thing just to be on time. How can you expect yourself to do what it takes to become the next version of yourself if you can't even be on time? See, that's the thing that changed my life. It was the little things that I looked at and said, if I can accomplish these little things, these stepping stones, I'll become the best version of myself. And now when I look at being on time and just setting alarms, I still said, like, I probably got, I don't know, I'll look. It's like 9, 10 different alarms on my phone throughout the day. Don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this. And it's real simple because every one of us can do it, but you don't. My father, again, died from regret. I don't like to talk about my dad a lot because he's my hero in heaven. I know he's looking down full of love, as I'm sure your grandmother is, Gabriel, as well. They want us to win. but the most important person that you're failing is yourself. But I never want to let the people around me down, right? So if my dad's in heaven, I say to myself, and if I've ever lost anybody, and if I have the luxury of having someone here, I want to do everything I can for them, okay? So real quick before we get into this game will be fun. But real quick before we get into this game, raise your hand right now if you would die, listen to my words, if you would die for the people that you love most right now, where they would have all the money in the world, everything they would ever want, would never experience any pain, and they'd be happy for the rest of your life. Raise your hand. If you just die, you die for them right now. Everything, right? Here's the thing. Like 90% of you raising your hands. So my question is, why aren't you living for them? Because they'd much rather have you here than dead.
Can you say that?
Sure, be happy to. My question asked if I could say that again. So I want you guys to listen. This is not a joke. All of us believe that we're very giving people if we would give up our own lives to give the people we love most everything that they want in life. All materialistic things, all the money, they'd never experience pain. They'd have nothing but happiness. They'd be physically fit for the rest. They've had everything. Would you die tomorrow? And my answer was always yes. Of course I would, dude. I would definitely. So the question is this: would you die for the people that you love most if they could have everything they want, never suffer any pain, and get everything they want, always be happy, never experience any loss, any pain, nothing? The answer is yes. And then I thought to myself, wait a second. Then why aren't I living for them now? So you have one life, but you're willing to give your life for everybody you love, which seems heroic, but it's not. What is it actually? It's cowardly. You wanted the real. I'm going to be real. It is not heroic to die for the people you love most. It's cowardness. Because you're not willing to live for them now, because they would much rather, and you know this, if you're holding your hand to your heart, and God hears my words, you know that they would much rather be happy living their lives with you by their side. Yes or no? Some of you are going to leave this auditorium today. You're going to say, that guy was full of shit. He's just a big mouth tattooed guy. He's going through all this shit. Everybody has a story, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to tell all your friends, God's full of shit. Or you're going to be the next person who walks out and you're going to go, this is the thing that we need to do. We need to hold ourselves accountable. I need to attach to somebody that's going to call me out on my bullshit. I need to be on time. I need to make little moves. I need to write down 10 gratitudes a day because we always forget about the shit that we're grateful for. And it's funny how sometimes I'll look at an audience and somebody be smirking. And I'll look dead them at their face and they'll stop smirking because when I'm being serious, I'm being serious. I am not for everybody, you guys. I promise you this. And I have problems just like everybody else does. I choose not to let them beat me down. I choose to let them lift me up. So everybody stand up. We're going to play a game real quick. Let's go. This is called the excuse game. Now, I need you guys to be real. Here's how this works. I'm going to list an excuse. And if you've ever said it before, in any capacity whatsoever, I need you to sit down. If you've said these excuses before to yourself, I need you to sit down. I want you guys to be real, so pay attention. You ready for excuse number one? It's not worth it. Usually gets about half everybody. Love that. God, I love you guys. This is real. I love this. Still stand, still stand. If everybody's standing, stay up. I love that. Hey, look, check this out. Real quick, I want John, everybody, take a look around you real quick. One excuse. Look at everybody. Erica, look around you. 95% of the room sat down. It's not worth it. I love starting with that one because it usually gets about that, right? If you said, it's not worth the effort.
Well, I'm saying when somebody wants to fight you,
Okay, very good point. How about this? If it's not worth it in a good context, like you said, if somebody wants to fight you, it's not worth it, then stand back up. You lying asses. You guys are lying. You lie. But that's fine. Stay up. Stand up. That's fine. Remember, it's an excuse, not a good thing, but very good point. That's actually the first time anybody's said, very good point, sir. Okay, I love that. We got about 20 more people. These guys are like, that guy's an asshole. I don't want to fight somebody. Now I got to sit down. Check this out. Next one. Here we go. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good, dude. It's all good. Doesn't matter what they say. I'm in a negative context. I'm good. Hey, man, you should do WCA. You should get a little bit. I'm good. You guys should train a little bit more. I'm good. Oh, some people getting called out. Love that. Okay. All right. So we've done it. Now we're sitting. Okay. Check this out. Next one. It's too hard, man. It's way too hard. Working out. Can't lose the weight. It's too hard. Lost about 10 more. Here we go. I see some guys thinking. All right. Next up. I don't want the extra responsibility, bro. I don't want to be a leader. I don't want the extra responsibility. Oh, we lost about 6 more there. All right, come on. A lot of you are still standing. I love this. All right, I'll do it later. We got 2 people still standing. I love this. Hang on. Look around, guys. We got 2 people still standing. I love this. Got 2 people still standing, right? Yep, 2 people still standing. Okay, I'll do it later. I'm too young or too old to level up. No? Never said that? Like I'm too old. It's just too late for me. Or I'm too young just to be a leader. I have no time. I'm too busy. This usually gets them. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. You never said I don't have enough time for anything? What's your name? Raul. Okay, give Raul a round of applause, by the way. Raul, let me ask you a question. Have you done all the training you need to do, sir, on time? Okay, that's what we all, okay. If it's not yes instantly, are we doing everything we're supposed to be doing? If I say to Raul, have you done everything with WECA training? And I hope I'm saying that right. Has there been a previous job that you feel like you could have done more? I don't care what the excuse is, and I love that you're defending him because it's a family. She got your back, knows you're a good place. All of us do that. Because see, I've had plenty of jobs in the past where I made every excuse in the world not to be the best version of myself. So my question is, if you're still standing, then why haven't you started and gone to a level that you know you're capable of yet? All these excuses that we've all done, the tiniest little things that we can do to change our lives. If I'm Raul and I'm not a leader in my life or winning at a very high level, the question I would ask myself is, what am I missing? Do I know what I'm fighting for? Set a goal, family, friends, materialistic, whatever it is that's emotional, that drives you to become the best version of yourself. And I hope that's what brought you to Black Hawk Electric. Because you have an opportunity with a family now that paid to have a guy like me here. They may never do it again, but have a guy like me here tell porn to you guys that literally this is what I do for my business is I consult and I train and I do leadership development and I mindset training for you guys. But I had 60 minutes or an hour and 10 or whatever I've taken today to really pour into you guys. Raul, I'm proud of you for not making the excuses. The next step is how granular are you going to get with your goals? So every time that you don't get up on time or you don't do the things that you need to do, you look at that list and you say, I'm not becoming the best version of myself, which means I'm failing those people. Will that drive you to be the best version of yourself? Is the question you have to ask. Round of applause. Sit down, Raul. Thank you. If you're a leader in this room, and I don't mean by title, I mean by person, right? Because leadership isn't a title, okay? Like CEO, it's bullshit. It's a fancy name. You know what the titles are? Todd and John. I don't know John, but in just the short time that I've been here, and I can tell by the staff, my guess is this, is that John is willing to learn from you as you are equally from John. That's my guess, and I don't know John. Round of applause if you agree with that. I've done consulting for a large real estate group for over 7 years, and they pay me a lot of money every single year for leadership development. And I'm going to tell you something, the best companies on the planet are someone like John, where if you walk in and let's say you've been, and I don't know what you call it, electrical apprentice, or you've been an electrician in a different place, and John says, hey man, tell me about what you did before, and he suggests something, I'm guessing again that John will be like, man, that sounds pretty cool, tell me more about that. That's a gift to have, and that's where leadership comes into place. But if you are a leader, okay, and you want accountability, discipline, and ownership and results, and you're actually not doing what you say you're going to do, then no one will ever follow you. I just want to be very clear. People want to follow people that get shit done. They don't want to follow people that don't do what they say they're going to do. And if you can't step up today and say, I am done being complacent. I am done letting stagnancy run my life. I am done allowing my story to hold me back, whether it's addiction or whether it's loss of parents and loss of an unbelievable human being and his grandmother, whether it's a financial difficulty, whether it's the 510 credit score and the bankruptcies and the repossessions, it doesn't matter. The best thing about today and the best thing about every single day that you wake up is that God gave you the ability to start over. That's the gift. And some of us take it for granted. So I'm not asking you guys to do this for me because Todd gave a great speech today. If you took anything from today, I want you guys to step forward in life. Because it's not about your wins. Everything you do is about the losses. See, I thrive on negative motivation. I have 13 names of people that are telling me you couldn't be a motivational speaker. Guys, over 15 years ago when I posted my first motivational post, I got a message that says, dude, what are you doing? You run illegal poker games for a living. You're a drunk, steroided guy that punches people downtown. Take that down now. That's not who you are. I said, okay, write their name down. My buddy said, why are you writing their name down? I said, because I have to prove them wrong. Next person said, Todd, you're renting a room from a college buddy. Like, you're $1 million home, Bentley, giving my wife what she deserves. I couldn't travel when I was a kid. I've now gone to 50 countries. Like, all these things that just motivated me. It wasn't positive motivation. It was negative. Tell me I can't, and you are on that list. You know how people get off the list? It's not screw them because they're haters. See, I hate people when they say that. The Andy Frisells and all these guys, oh man, F those haters and screw these guys and just don't worry about them. No, I worry about them. The minute they come off my list is the day that I take a hater to someone that's a supporter and we can thrive together. That's when they get off the list. Todd, you can't do this. I proved to them that I could. Now they're saying, how'd you do it? And I'm not going to say, oh, screw you, bro. You hated on me. I'm going to say, I'm going to help you. We're going to do it together. And we'll probably do a lot of big things together. Didn't think I could be a motivational speaker. Didn't think I could speak on stage. Didn't think I could change people's lives. And the biggest paycheck I've ever had is making people better. As so cliche as that sounds. I almost hate saying it because I'm super real, but it's actually very real. I have received huge paychecks from massive organizations for annual contracts. It doesn't amount to changing one person's life. When someone comes to me and says, I was making 40 grand a year, you took me to 100. I don't know about you guys. When I was making $15,000 a year selling vacuum sweepers, which I sucked at, by the way, to 40K a year, I damn near tripled my income. How many people would love to triple your income here? Raise your hand. See, but you guys think, oh, 45K. It's not that. It's the mindset, dude. It's going, so I went from 15 to 45K. That's a win. Kid from the streets, illegal card games, no college degree, barely graduated high school, had my own addictions. Let's just call it what it is. Wasn't a great human. Don't have to get into the details, but we all have those stories. They told me I couldn't do it. I had to change myself. How did it work? Accountability partner. Anybody know who this is? Yell it out if you do. Anybody? Melissa Ford. Now you know her name. Do you know who she is? We've seen her name. You don't know who she is? Weird. Does anybody know this person? Shocker. Watch the importance here. She was Rihanna's childhood friend who kind of helped her start her makeup company and take her to the next level, but you don't know who she is. She makes millions of dollars a year, Melissa Ford, right now, because she was by Rihanna's side. When she first started her company, kept her on a positive mindset, kept her motivated, pushed her to become more. Just as a friend, as an accountability partner. And Rihanna did an interview and said if it wasn't for her, she wouldn't be the person that she is today. So do accountability partners matter? Yes or no? So, but you don't know who she was. See, I don't care if you go and say it was because of Todd Speciale I changed my life. I'm fine being the guy behind the screen. Because I get to see you prosper and live. And there's no better feeling internally. I don't care what type of a tough guy you are. I've made horrible mistakes in my life, guys. And I'm open and honest about them. But I needed an accountability partner to say the little things like being on time is what's holding you back, dude. And you didn't think, oh, it's just being 5 minutes late. Those things matter. Everybody know that guy? It's hard to see him a little bit, but I'll tell you his name. I was almost tricked. Anybody know who he is now? Randy Smith? No? Anybody know who that guy is? Scotty Scheffler. Anybody golfing here? Raise your hand if you golf. Sorry, guys. Good, but he's number one golfer in the world, right? Okay, yeah. Well, you do now. Scotty Scheffler, this was his high school coach. Scotty says the people around him, listen to this. The people around him are the reason why he has success. He's the number one golfer in the world right now. He has been for like literally a tenth of the time as Tiger's like longest streak, but they're comparing him to Tiger already, which is insanity because I'm a huge Tiger fan. It's like comparing LeBron to MJ. There's no chance. So, sorry if you're a LeBron fan. Sorry. He says, if I don't have the accountability partners on me, near me, by my side, I wouldn't become who I am. So again, nobody knew who Randy Smith was. Clifton Pop Herring. Anybody know who he is now by telling you the name at least? No? So weird, guys. So weird. Anybody know who that guy is? There are some Chicago Bulls fans in here, aren't there? I heard there were some Chicago Bulls fans. Everybody knows MJ, right? No. He was the high school coach that cut MJ. And MJ gives literally most of his success to his high school coach because he said that ego, pride, arrogance, cockiness, the story gets real deep, dude, internally with his mom and how she negotiated with Nike. Like, it's a crazy story. But the accountability partner and him, he said, listen, dude, this guy's been by my side for 22 years until he passed. But it was because of him that we've now seen Michael Jordan. Like these guys literally attest their success to that. So the question is an accountability partner important? The answer is yes. You have to be okay with people calling you out on your shit. And if you guys are not okay with that, then do yourselves a favor. Just quit now. Raise your hand if you're willing just to give up. Anybody. Raise your hand if you don't have kids, you're a single person, you live on your own, no responsibilities. Raise your hand right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. Love that. Are you willing to give up? I'll use that excuse. I'm good, but using good context. Let me ask you something. What drives you personally, though, my guy? What drives you personally?
I'm gonna say proving that my high school friends that you don't need college.
Give that guy a round of applause, by the way. You're the only one with no college?
Only one no college. Everyone else, they say just because you work construction doesn't make you better than us. They were all on summer break.
Yes, sir.
I'm the only one working my ass off.
Another round of applause for that. I have no college education. I will not let my story hold me back, but I have spent hours, days, months, even years. YouTube is a mobile university. Audiobooks, it's a mobile university for $6. You can figure out how to become a CEO. I know how to read a P&L better than most accountants do. I am a math guy through and through. I can tell you where you're missing just by looking at that very quickly. But if you looked at me, let's be honest, and I was in a bar someplace playing pool, would you walk up to me and think that I coach 9-figure organization CEOs? Yes or no? Be real. No. Hell no. But if I had a suit on, some real nice shoes, drove up in a Bentley, it may be no, but the truth is, because of those materialistic things, people judge me. I used to wear a suit. You saw in my video. I used to wear a suit every time I spoke. And then Les Brown, who I don't know if you know who Les Brown is, but if you've ever gone through hard stuff, you know Les Brown. He brought me out of the darkest hole of my entire life. And I made a goal to speak on stage with Les Brown. I've done that 3 times. I made a goal to really put myself in a position to speak with like Ashton Kutcher and the Matthew McConaughey and, you know, the Harold Steinbrenners and the Noel Lee who started Beats by Dre. Like I've been on with the coolest people, but I was the drunk steroid guy getting pistol whipped, robbed at gunpoint 3 times, scrounging change out of a trash can, because the end of that story was that every time my kids came over, they would say, Daddy, we're hungry. And when I was dead broke and people like, you know, if that was the Johns of the world that I lent money to that didn't want to lend me money because I knew I couldn't pay them back. One day my daughter came over, I was up and I was excited. Let me just go. I didn't have a car. We walked to McDonald's. It was like about 1.5 miles down the road. I went over to reach down to that bucket of change and there was 11 cents. And I remember saying to myself, like, what type of a father are you? That's what I kept saying to myself. And see, like, depression started setting in, and then Les helped me get out of that. But depression started setting in. Like, am I a loser? No college education. Am I going to let my friends beat me down? Am I going to let them talk shit about who I am? Am I too young to do this? Am I not living up to being a father like I said I was going to be? Am I not doing the things to make me a better person? Do people look at me differently? Are they judging me? And all these things started going through my mind when I should not give one shit. What I should give a shit about is how I see me. So when I reached down and I pulled 11 cents out of a trash can and could not feed my kids, the choice was let life beat me and give up, or stand up and relinquish ego and pride and go lay bricks so I could feed my kid. Because I thought like, oh, if I lay bricks, I'm a piece of shit. No, you're a winner because you chose to get up. So from here on out, everybody standing up. We started with 5 words. We're going to end with 3. Probably went over because of the slides. Sorry, John, love you. That'll cost $1,500 more. All right. Here's the deal. I want you guys to really think when I leave today. I want you guys to be very real with yourselves. You don't do it in a public environment. When you finally write down what your goals are, you finally do the things that you know you need to do. You're making a list. You're making a goal, because a dream without a goal is just a dream. You guys have heard it. It's not my line. But if you guys finally get to the point where you're ready to take your lives to the next level, you're done being stagnant. You're done caring about other people's opinions, your friends, whoever, doubting who you can be. See, negative motivation drives me. If it's positive or negative motivation, find something that drives you. That's all that I ask. If we ever see each other again, And I'm going to give you guys some books here. First people that come up here, I've got like 7 books. The time is now. Tomorrow's not promised. God forbid we could get in my car, I could drive to the airport and get killed. Yes or no? Yes. So why are you waiting?